Yo! Iron Man, a pretty cool hero, is what people say after the MCU was made. Before he was like C tier at best in the comic book hero hierarchy, but now he's really cool because Robert Downey Jr. That was the weird intro, I guess. Today we're talking about the Iron Man movies. I don't know. I watched all three of them because my fiance likes them, so let's talk about them. Obviously, we're gonna start with Iron Man 1. Yeah, this movie is definitely the best of the three. Probably one of my favorite MCU movies in general. The humor is on point. Robert Downey Jr. is made to play Iron Man. I think so, at least. I think everyone thinks that, though. I don't think that's a really out there opinion. The dude who plays War Machine in this is not as good as what's his name? Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle. Yeah, he's the dude that plays Captain Planet in the funny skit thing that I like, where he turns people into trees. Yeah, this dude is not as good as War Machine as Don Cheadle. In this one, they seem like strangers that kind of hate each other most of the time, and then Don Cheadle comes in and they seem like actual old friends, even though in later movies they literally act like they hate each other. But yeah, I'll get to it. It's okay. This first one is definitely the best villain that we have with Ironmonger. Honestly, he's yet another just, hero fights literally them except bigger and stronger. That's basically all of the Iron Man movies. And yeah, that's basically it. This movie is pretty good. It shows that they have a particle accelerator or whatever it's called that can power an entire city. That's pretty cool. He upgrades his suit steadily. I like seeing that. The montage of him trying to fly and everything is cool, as always. Has some funny bits. Honestly, this is just a good movie. I mean, if I had to rate it, this isn't like a movie rating thing or anything, but if I had to rate it, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Like, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good movie. All of the acting is good. I hate Pepper, though. Pepper, I don't know. Pepper's just boring and trying to steal my man. But yeah, I don't know. This movie's good. I mean, yeah. This is definitely the best out of the three. I honestly don't have that much to say about this one because I like it. I mean, it's got some pretty cool action scenes. The part of him blowing up the tank and walking off is straight from the comics. There's a whole bunch of things from this that is straight from the comics. I absolutely love that. The first suit that he creates in the cave with the box of scraps is probably my favorite suit that he has out of the MCU in general. And that's saying something because the third movie definitely got really toyetic with all of the suits and everything. But yeah, this is a pretty good movie. I like the movie. It's pretty good. Okay, now we're on to Iron Man 2. This is the first one with Don Cheadle, which is automatically I'm pretty sure that's his name. I don't know. If it's not his name, just comment and tell me. As War Machine, which I think is an improvement from the last actor. Iron Man is still Robert Downey Jr., which is good. I say that like you guys don't know that, but yeah, he's still Robert Downey Jr. Pepper Potts is still, well, kind of more annoying in this one, actually. And it's also the first time that we see Natasha Romanoff, which is, Black Widow. And it's also the first time, I'm fairly certain, it's the first time in the Iron Man movies at least, and I'm fairly certain it's the first time in the MCU in general that we see freaking Samuel Jackson. Come on, guys. Come on. You guys should remember his name. Fury. Nick Fury. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the first time we see Nick Fury. Man, I completely blanked on his name. Yeah, it's the first time we see Nick Fury. It's got Whiplash in it. I like Whiplash in the comics and the animated stuff I've seen him in. I don't know why they made him like the main villain of this. It kind of seems a little bit weird. He's basically just Iron Man's tech, but with whips. There's a whole bunch of lore dropped about Tony's father and stuff like that. I mean, Natasha's in it as like a secret agent. That's literally what she is, but she's like his secretary for a little bit. I don't know. Tony P's in a suit. Yeah, this movie is kind of good. I don't know. Whiplash as a villain is not bad, I don't think. The action scenes with him are pretty cool, about as cool as you can get with someone with a laser whip. He whips a couple cars out of, like, in half and stuff like that. It is pretty cool. Iron Man takes him down fairly easily, and then the secondary villain, which is I thought the same character from Iron Man 3, but apparently he's not. He's like set up as this evil billionaire villain that could have been used later, but they never did, I guess, whatever. Whiplash was in a Russian prison. They broke him out, or he broke himself out, actually. They just gave him some claymore, or whatever it's called, to get out. He gets out, they take him and have him build new Iron Man suits. The dude keeps on gradually getting more angry at Whiplash because he just won't follow his instructions, which, I mean, honestly, his improvements are genuine improvements. He's just a better scientist, better businessman, better everything than the rich crybaby. And that's basically how that goes with all of that. And then at the end, they show off the suits, and Whiplash takes them over. And, you know, they go crazy for a little bit. There's a big fight. It's basically the fight from the last movie, but with multiple of them. And one thing that kind of annoyed me on this newest watch is I still have it, a McDonald's toy from whenever this movie came out. And it's a green Iron Man suit, like a big, bulky green Iron Man suit. And whenever you close its legs, because it is a whore, you have to close its legs because it is definitely going out there prostituting itself. It's a disgusting whore. It like spins its arms, and it's supposed to be like Whiplash's suit, but he never uses a green suit. All of the suits in this are gray, so that you know they're bad guys, because that's how the MCU does it. If something is dark, other than War Machine, I guess, not Don Cheadle, the suit itself. I'm not being racist. It means that they're evil. Don Cheadle is more of a hero in this than Tony, I think, actually, because I'm pretty sure this is the one. If I might be misremembering, but yeah, this is the one where he's like dancing around at the party and almost shoots everyone, shoots glass bottles above their heads and stuff that really could have hurt someone. Not to get like into the pedantics of him trying to hurt anyone or anything, but like that really could have hurt someone. But yeah, I don't know. Don Cheadle's cool in this. Whiplash is pretty cool. The rich crybaby is just there so that Whiplash has stuff to build. And the last fight scene is cool. I like seeing War Machine get used and everything. But it's kind of just, I don't know, normal MCU Iron Man fighting. I like to see him fight other stuff other than just his own suits again. And I just thought about this. I already closed that last recording, but the whole them being drones, like unmanned drones, is stupid. It takes away all of the like drama that would be there, like, oh, he's taking lives or whatever, or even just anything. Just, I don't know, fighting drones is just lame. Like, even Ultron wasn't just like an unmanned drone. It had his, Ultron, even though I do think he's not as good in the MCU as he is in the comics, obviously, other than the voice was perfect. I do think that he was better than this just because he has a personality, he has actual wants and stuff, and this unmanned drone type of Iron Man armor just doesn't work. Like, for any drama, it's just, oh, now we have to destroy these because obviously they aren't as strong as the actual armor that I built, because Whiplash is a dummy and can't build anything. I mean, seriously, he's Russian. What do you expect from him? I forgot to rate Iron Man 2. I'd give it like a, I don't know, 7.5 out of 10. I like it. I actually do like it. I just think the final fight is kind of boring, to be honest. Next up, we have Iron Man 3. The only one that makes me angry, like actually makes me angry. Now, for those of you who don't know, I grew up with the animated Marvel stuff, like before the MCU came out and stuff. I loved, there was one Iron Man movie where he went into China and it was like they were getting a huge army of statues and stuff. I don't think the Mandarin was even in that one, but I loved that one. Thought I would bring it up. Can't remember what it's called. It might be called Invincible Iron Man. I think that's what it's called. And then I also grew up with the animated series where the Mandarin would show up quite a lot, actually. It was the full-on, like, green-skinned Mandarin with, like, a really cool goatee, and he had the 10 rings and everything. He was really cool, is my point. I'll have to, maybe I'll look it up and put it up here on the screen if I can find it. But that's the Mandarin I grew up with. The really cool, maniacal, like really clever, always thinking 10 steps ahead of everyone else, and always having a trump card that can just take out everyone all at once. That's what I grew up with. This Mandarin is garbage. Did I mention this is the only one that actually makes me mad? I don't remember. This Mandarin sucks. I was actually excited. Even this last watch through, I was like, holy crap, they set this up really well. And then it all flooded back to me as the movie was going on. They made it to where he's just a British actor. First of all, British. That's the worst thing you can ever be. That's worse than any villain. Second of all, why would they do this? This is stupid. I know Shang-Chi brought the Mandarin back or whatever, but this had a really cool setup and everything with him having his own like terrorist organization. Can I even say that on YouTube? That might get this flagged. I don't know. Whatever. His own like terrorist organization and stuff. I said it again. Who cares? And everything like that. And they were called the Ten Rings. They've been setting it up since the very first movie. I'm pretty sure. I remember them talking about the Ten Rings there. And all of that, and it was really cool, and his voice was perfect. The editing on the like videos that he would make to the officials in the government and like for the news broadcasts and stuff was really cool, really menacing. And then they did this, and it just, I don't know, they made it to where he's just an actor that was working for what's his name, freaking Forge or whatever the guy's name is. That's not a title, that's his literal name, I'm pretty sure. And he is basically just a cover man for him. And he ends up being yet another billionaire that hates Tony Stark and wants to take everything from him, and is also making super soldiers who kind of like just overheat sometimes unless they take this pill or something. It's really, I don't know, man. They overheat sometimes, which is cool. I like the part where they go in and the kid tells Tony the story about how they say the 4 people's shadows from the explosion is their souls going up to heaven, and then the 5th never went to heaven, so he didn't get a shadow, even though we all know that it's just because he was the explosion. And then, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of that stuff. Happy Hogan gets a few cool moments where he beats up some guys. He beats up one guy while Natasha beats the crap out of... Wait. No. That was Iron Man 2. I'm mixing them up. My god. These movies, man. I don't think Happy's in this one at all. No. Happy... No, was that Iron Man 2? Or 3? I cannot remember. I think Happy works for Pepper in this one, because Pepper owns the company now, or she's CEO at least, something like that. I can't remember, man. I watched these like just a couple weeks ago and I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. War Machine is Iron Patriot now. Tony makes fun of it. I don't know. Iron Patriot is the one that saves the... It's not even Iron Patriot, it's Don Cheadle himself saves the president. Or, yeah, president. The vice president isn't on it. He ends up getting arrested at the end. Yeah. I don't know, man. They did the Mandarin wrong. The villain is pretty bad, to be honest. Pepper ends up getting the last hit. Pepper's boring, man. She's just boring. And they gave her superpowers for nothing, because she hasn't gotten a movie, a series. She hasn't even been brought up. I'm pretty sure she shows up in Infinity War, but she's using Iron Man armor instead of her actual superpowers. I don't know, man. Pepper is a wasted character, or just a waste of space in general, I guess. I don't know. The Mandarin was done wrong, which does make me mad. Robert Downey Jr. and Don Cheadle are good in it, as always, though. Or, I mean, as always since the second movie for Don Cheadle, at least. Yeah, I don't know. The Mandarin sucked in this movie, but Iron Man was cool. Fight scenes were cool, and like I said, this was extremely toyetic with its designs for the armor and stuff, so you got to see a whole bunch of new armor. And the end fight scene where he's jumping from armor to armor so that he doesn't fall to his death is actually really cool. But I don't think the fight overall is actually cool, because it is just him running away and trying not to fall to his death. And then Pepper comes out and just curb stomps the main bad guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Actually, no, they grab him. He gets the armor to grab him, take him up into the air, and then self-destruct. That's awesome. I don't want to hear anyone else talk about how MCU characters don't kill or anything, because... Dude, that's something for a whole other video. My god, I could gripe about that for a while. But yeah, this is, I don't know, this is like a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Mostly just because they did the Mandarin wrong, and it kind of made me mad. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's one of the better MCU movies, I guess. I'd say it's like right in the middle of the MCU pile that we have right now. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for this, which isn't bad. Honestly, this Iron Man franchise isn't bad at all. Overall, I mean, you got an 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, and then a 5 out of 10. So 1 and 2 are really good. And then 3 is a fairly large drop off. But that's the, you know what, yeah, I was about to say it's mostly writing, but it's basically everything. The acting is good, but that's about it, to be honest. For 3 at least. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is a cool franchise. I like Iron Man. I like that it made people like Iron Man, because no matter what anyone tells you, Iron Man was a C tier hero before the MCU got him. It's just a fact. No one was really hyping up Iron Man or saying he should be on the Mount Rushmore of like superheroes. Nowadays they would absolutely do that. Some people think that Iron Man is cooler than Spider-Man nowadays, which is absolutely insane. And some people don't even know who the Fantastic Four are nowadays, which is actually crazy to me as well. But yeah, I don't know. This is a cool franchise, and I thought since I sat through all 3 of them, I might as well make a video out of it. Tell me what you think about these 3 movies. I know a lot of people hate Iron Man 2, and a lot of people completely forget about Iron Man 3. Honestly, I could have talked about either of those more than what I did, but I didn't really feel like it. Iron Man 2, I didn't even bring up the subplot with the kid. That has some sweet moments, but also some really annoying moments. And then Iron Man 3, I honestly can't remember very much of it, to be honest. My mind's already course correcting and trying to forget it. But yeah, this is a good series. Robert Downey Jr. did really good, and now they're, bringing him back for Doom. And I guess we'll see how that goes. Unless Avengers Doomsday does end up, like I've been seeing people talk about, end up being 3 to 4 hours, because then I might not even watch it, to be honest. I'm not hyped about Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom. It seems like a really, really big, just nostalgia bait, I guess, even though Iron Man's only been gone for a year or 2 at this point, and they haven't even made any big movies since then, other than Captain America. I guess Thunderbolts is coming out now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully it's good, but I probably won't know even if the movie's 3 hours or 4 hours long, because that's just way too much time to put into it. But I am looking forward to Fantastic Four, so I don't know. Tell me what your favorite MCU movie is, all of that type of stuff, I guess. Yeah, like I said, these movies are good, and bad. Not even bad, just mid, honestly. Just right at mid. But yeah, subscribe, all of that type of stuff. And yeah, I got nothing else. See ya.